This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, the league races are heating up and we have the big game highlights. We'll see Pittsburgh in the big one against Liberty, Campolindo battles Acalanes, and Oak Grove takes on Santa Teresa.
Big time volleyball as Mitty meets Sacred Heart Cathedral. Our season with Valley Christian football continues as the team takes on Reardon, and we'll meet the Berkeley football star and the former NFL player helping him succeed. 49ers Cal High Sports Report starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin this week in the East Bay League, where the battle for second place behind De La Salle is a big mystery. 4
teams have 1-1 league records. All 4 played each other this week. 2 of those teams, Monte Vista and Cal, looking to stay in the race for second place this week.
Jack Stewartson and company being honored before Monte Vista's senior game against California. The Grizzlies pounding the rock in the first drive of the game. Give it to Bilal Alatasi, who finds a hole, breaks a couple tackles, and fights his way for extra yards. California punches it in a few plays later, handed to Hassani Savage this time, who sheds off a couple tackles and dives in for the score. Grizzlies lead it 7-0 after 1. Monte Vista fires back in the second. Stewartson heaves it to Noah Rivas, who makes the catch in stride, and Noah walks it in for 6. It's all tied up at 7. Stang's threatening again later in the quarter, but the pass is picked off by Josh Gerlach, who shows his speed sprinting down the far sideline all the way deep inside Mustang territory. California would score a few plays later, and it's 14-7 Grizzlies at halftime. Monte Vista driving in the third. Gerlach forces the fumble near the goal line. Savage recovers the ball in the end zone for the touchback, but the Cal drive stalls. It remains 14-7. Cal high after 3 in the fourth. Stewartson throws on the run to Gavin Cribb, and Gavin gets some extra yardage to move the chains. Mustangs just a yard shy of the goal line. Stewartson sneaks it in. It's 14-13 Grizzlies with 25 seconds left on the clock. Monte Vista could tie it up with a PAT, but no. Mustangs go for 2. Jacob Oliphant dives in, and Monte Vista takes its first lead of the game, and that seals it. The Mustangs come from behind to secure second place in the East Bay Mountain League.
California School for the Deaf hosting the Harker Eagles. It's Eagles versus Eagles in this one. Kalel Arambles, we call this a grown man run, slicing and dicing his way up the sideline. He's leaving everyone in his dust. Look at those strides from the senior. His second score of the night. It's already 14-0. More CSD. Miles Gonzalez finding Jalen Johnson for the score. These two forming a special connection, and they're not done. On the next drive, Gonzalez again hitting Johnson, this time deep downfield. Johnson somehow stays in bounds, jogs to the end zone. CSD gets out to a 30-0 lead. Harker answers here. Devin Keller, the workhorse on the evening for the Harker Eagles, scoring the first of his 2 scores in the game. It's 44-14 at the break. Second half, CSD picks up where they left off. Leonardo Vergara takes the flip from Gonzalez, technically a forward pass, and Vergara, he is gone. Hits a second gear and then a third, and the Eagles from California School for the Deaf are soaring high on homecoming. A huge night for Arambles with 242 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. It's a big game in the West Catholic League. Sacred Heart Cathedral and Mitty battling for first place. Mitty's Nicola Bazzini sets up Julia Cabri for the kill to keep it close through the first half of the set, but SHC takes over. Skylar Kennedy slams it in bounds, and the Irish take set 1, 25-18. Second set, Regan Dryden bumps, Tatum Korb sets, and Kendra McDonald flies through the air for the kill. Monarchs take an early lead. The Irish battle back Ashley Chan to Alden Stanley, and she sets it up for the Nora Thompson spike past the diving defense. Monarchs stay in control. Tatum Korb to Jenna McNelly. Is it hot in here? Mitty wins 25-18 to even it up. Set 3, Tatum Korb to Ellen Virgason, who drills it across the court. Monarchs attack early. This time the Irish come back. Stanley sets it up for Kennedy, who taps it over to take the 25-24 lead. Kennedy hammers this one to the floor, and the Fighting Irish take set 3, 26-24. In the fourth, Irish open up with a 10-2 run. Stanley sets up Sarah Chang, and she fires it through. Sacred Heart Cathedral keeps it rolling. Stanley to Amaya Keeper. The Irish take this one 3-1 to take sole control of first place with 1 week left in league play.
The Santa Teresa Saints celebrating Senior Day as they host Leland. The game was never in doubt as Leland scores early and often. That's Sydney Scott scoring from a tough angle. Moments later, Scott tosses to Jenna Flynn, who shows why she is one of the best sophomores in the nation. Inside again to Flynn as she spins off the defender and fires it home. And now Scott driving to the net, fending off the defender, spinning and firing as the Chargers lead big. Santa Teresa does get on the board right here. Jillian Hagman, a top player for the Saints. Jillian skips it in, but the Chargers are ready for the playoffs, undefeated in league. Alyssa Ross scores here as Leland wins it 22-1 over the second-place Saints. Flynn leading the Chargers with 7 goals.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rega Center.
It's a brand new rap every week. Here are the Players of the Week.
It's your Players of the Week. The Rikers Center, Rahm and Jamal. If you're with Branham, trust Nick Van Danza. A man with quick hands and his stand fans up. His Bruins went against Willow Glen, both undefeated. With passes to Matt Cordova and Nick Parise completed. The final score, 42-27, succeeded. Concreted their feet at first place in the league. It was a 5-touchdown game, 310 yards. Van Danza went hard like the Knights of the Templar. Now speaking of Knights, after a long day of school, was Las Lomas senior running back Isaiah Nua, who racked 224 yards on 24 carries. 4 touchdowns against a very good adversary. Their 42-21 win over Acalanes brings them to 7-0. Isaiah's a walking comic, ain't nobody hopping on him unless they coordinate, which they'll have to do next year when he's at Oregon State. Okay, yeah. Those are your Players of the Week. The Rikers Center. Yeah.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Most of you have heard of magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI, which is an outstanding tool to evaluate injuries to your soft tissues. Another great tool that is increasingly utilized in sports medicine is ultrasound. It is not only cheaper than MRI, but has excellent resolution, is painless and safe, and can aid in injections or aspiration of fluid. We commonly use ultrasound at the 49ers to aid in diagnosis of degree of muscle or tendon injury and to assist in return to play decisions. We can even bring portable ultrasound with us when traveling to other cities. Keep ultrasound in mind as an imaging option. It may even save you a trip to the MRI scanner.
Coming up, it's the Diablo Motors Monster Game as Sacred Heart Prep meets Menlo Atherton.
And De Anza Division Volleyball as Red Hot Palo Alto takes on Los Altos.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. You sure I can do this?
Yeah, it's what we've been planning for.
Thank you. Hey, boy.
Hey, baby.
You know how I said I've been working on something big, right?
Sure.
This house is officially yours. You own it.
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works.
That's the look.
And our integrated approach to wealth management helps make sure your money keeps working as hard as you do.
Great prices, great selection at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. Look at these deals. Park anywhere and gas up for less with the Jeep Renegade, just $13,888. Size matters. Jeep Cherokees, $15,999 after discounts and rebates. Dodge Journeys, 7 passenger, just $13,999. Take a few more peeps with you. South County of Gilroy joins in the fight against breast cancer. Great selection, service, and satisfaction. Drive a little, save a lot.
Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by Diablo Motors. Life's too short to drive a crummy car.
We are back at Levi Stadium with a huge game in the Peninsula Bay League. Sacred Heart Prep on top with a 2-0 league record. 5-1 overall.
The Gators battling a talented Menlo Atherton squad. The Bears playing a brutal pre-league schedule and ready to fight for a league title. It's our Diablo Motors CCS Monster game, and our Wesley Boone was there.
With conditions perfect for football, we're set up with what should be an exciting matchup between the Menlo Atherton Bears and the Sacred Heart Prep Gators. For the Gators, Titafu Mahoney, their bruising fullback, has only got 30 carries on the year, but almost 40% of them have gone for first downs. For the Bears, Troy Franklin, 480 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season for him. He's an exciting player. Menlo Atherton hosts Sacred Heart Prep in our Diablo Motors Monster game. This game living up to the hype, an exciting Peninsula Bay League matchup. Things starting off slow. Thomas Taufui, though, wakes the crowd up, bursting up the middle, exploding for 40 yards. He's finally going to be brought down, pushed out of bounds inside the 10. The Bears going back to what works. Taufui up the middle again, extends the ball out. Touchdown! Bears get on the board first. Second quarter we go. Matt McLeod from the gun hits Justin Anderson, and then Anderson turns on the afterburners. Anderson, surprised he didn't get a speeding ticket there. 64 yards, it's 13-0 Bears. First drive of the second half, Gators knocking on the door. Teddy Bursell finds J.P. Fromell, kicks the door in. It's 13-7 now. Bears tacked on more points, but the Gators still fighting. Hand off to Tafu Mahoney, scooch in for the 5-yard score. It's 19-13 now. Gators offense waking up in the second half. Menlo Atherton back on the offensive. McLeod looks to the left, then delivers a strike to the right in the corner of the end zone. Is Jalen Moss. It's 26-13 now in the fourth. Gators refuse to quit. Purcell drops back from under center, hits Wilson Wiesel. He does a sidestep. See ya. No one will catch him 65 yards later. It's 26-20. This game coming down to the wire. Gators recover the onside kick, but the drive is stalling. It's fourth down. Last chance here. The pass falls short, and the Bears hang on 26-20. A big night for Menlo Atherton, fueled by an exciting game day atmosphere.
When you have a community behind your back, that just makes the team even better. And, you just get more energy from it. So, everybody feeds off of it, so it's pretty good.
Reporting from Atherton, Wesley Boone, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Palo Alto looking to stay undefeated in league as the Vikings travel to Los Altos. This one a tight match all the way. First set, Pally ties it up at 16-all with some defense. Thea Anache with the denial, but the Eagles keep swinging. It's Megan Corley with the dig, Megan Wong with the set, and Naomi Kramau with the kill. Los Altos takes the first. Second set, it's Corley to Wong to Kramau with the slam, and that trio is deadly as the Eagles go up 2-0. But don't count out the Palo Alto Vikings. Mia Gibbs to Hillary Chang, back to Gibbs. Count it. Pally lives to see another set. On to the fourth. Pally takes an early lead with Sophia Krugler to Kylie Mize to Amelia Vigrincic. That one shook the floor. But the Eagles take the lead. Katie Kishton passes to Jackie who sets up Cremo for the kill. But the Palo Alto Vikings not ready to go home just yet. Lim bumps to Mize, and the junior setter dumps it over the net, and Pally forces a fifth set. Vikings on the move. Kimmy Lilios to Mize to Gibbs, who buries this one. Palo Alto coming back from a 2-set deficit to win the match, clinching the De Anza Division Championship with a 10-0 record. For Grincic with 19 kills for the Vikings. Each week, 49ers Prep, South County Chrysler, and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award.
Here's the 49ers three-time Pro Bowl fullback Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
This week's award goes to Branham High School's head coach, Steven Johnson. Although this is only Coach Johnson's second season as head coach, this year's team has shown his ability to build a successful football program. As a part of this award, Branham High School will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation. Coach Johnson will also be invited to a 49ers practice at the SAP Performance Facility, where he will be presented his award by 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan and will be recognized on the field before one of our home games later in the season. Congratulations to head coach Steven Johnson, this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Albany's Construction brings us the dirty work play each week. Doing the dirty work this week is Davis Salome from Midi Football. Davis with a huge sack in the Monarchs game last week. Davis Salome doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction.
Coming up, the Diablo Foothill League showdown with Kemp, Belindo, and Acalanes.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Girls Volleyball Power Rankings.
I was in pain all the time. It was a very horrible time in my life.
When it matters most, patients turn to Stanford Healthcare. Terenia's specialists were driven by compassion to relieve her from pain. Innovation from research gave them new tools using robotics to correct her spinal injuries. The results speak for themselves.
After surgery, I would say I'm back to pretty normal, like everyday life. I don't have words for it, really. It's amazing.
Discover more at StanfordHealthcareNow.org.
I'm Greg Meyer, owner of Diablo Motors Auto Sales. Our service department employs the best luxury car technicians anywhere. Our honest, hardworking staff can handle all your maintenance and repair needs. We are experts in all luxury car repairs, so you can be confident we'll get the job done right. We handle everything from regular maintenance items like oil changes and brake jobs to bigger jobs like engine and transmission replacement. Why pay more at a dealership when our expert staff will do a top quality job at a fraction of the price? Come see us in San Ramon for all your service needs. Diablo Motors, the nice, honest, non-dealerish car store.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
We are the Amador Valley Dons!
And you are watching 49ers Cal High Sports!
Let's go!
We are back at Levi Stadium with action from the Diablo Foothill League, where the Campolindo Cougars come into this game with an impressive 6-1 record. Quarterback Grant Harper leading the Cougs with 1,500 yards passing this season.
Campo meeting a very strong Acalanes squad. The Dons with a great quarterback of their own. That's Brady Hutchinson, throwing for nearly 1,700 yards this season. Campo and Acalanes in Lafayette Friday night. Campolindo and Acalanes meeting in the big rivalry game. Acalanes strikes first. Brady Hutchinson launches one downfield right into the arms of Jack Murrin, and he takes it all the way. Dons up 7-0. The defense doing work as well. Tommy Thrasher with a big sack to push the Cougars back. You'll hear more from Thrasher a little later. Acalanes adds to its lead in the second half with a Hunter Ridley field goal. 10-0 Dons. The Aka defense back at it in the fourth. Tommy Thrasher with the pick. With a name like Thrasher, you know he's fired up. 2 interceptions for the senior back tonight. Tommy also a great baseball player. The Dons get the ball downfield. Brady Hutchinson looks and shoots this one to Jack Murrin. Second TD for the pair. Acalanes up 17-0. Here's the Campo offense in the red zone. Grant Harper runs, fires, and hits Maxwell Weaver in the end zone. The Cougars are on the board, but Acalanes wins this rivalry match 17-7 behind 10 tackles and 2 interceptions from Tommy Thrasher.
Give us a smile or mean Amazade. Thank you very much. The Saratoga Falcons ready to take on the Cupertino Pioneers. Falcons on top early. Byron Jin to Nkwa, who skips it in for the 3-2 Toga lead. The Pioneers stay within reach, though. Jeffrey Kay tosses it to Devin Park, and from way out, the junior fires it in. What a goal there. Cupertino continues to show off its range. Amir Yangarazov hits Ragnov Goyle, who winds up and goes top shelf. The Pioneers take a 6-5 lead with 2:40 to go in the second quarter. But here come the Falcons in the second half. Chris Chaudhry passes to Kwa. Kwa with the cannon, giving Toga a 2-point lead. The Falcons are deadly from deep. Chaudhry finds Christopher Wu across the pool, and the sophomore puts it away, skipping it home. Toga pulls away in the fourth quarter. A lot of bodies in the hole. The shot goes off the post, but great hustle by Brian Chu, getting the rebound and then floating it home. So nice. Saratoga takes this one 14-9, all alone in first place in the Santa Clara Valley El Camino division.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes.
Kiara Biagini joins us now with an incredible story of a relationship between a player and his coach.
Robert, the Berkeley Yellow Jackets have a new head coach this year, and senior linebacker Kenneth Varnado has a new place to call home.
In and out, going back.
Life on the football field for Kenneth Varnado is simple. He gets to play the game he loves with the people he loves.
This is really my only family, really, because outside of the group homes and foster homes and stuff, I can come in here and just be around people that genuinely care about me and want to see me win.
Kenny has never met his father. His mother struggled as a single parent, and he was separated from his 4 sisters and put into the foster care system when he was 10.
Just my mom not being there, so it was hard for us to really stay together. We couldn't raise ourselves, so we had to go somewhere else.
At 14, Kenny moved into a group home where food, clothes, and other necessities were a luxury.
Ready?
Kenny struggled in the classroom without an authority figure to keep him on the right track.
There wasn't really nobody to watch over you or tell you what right from wrong was, so I grew up just raising myself and telling myself what to do. So I often made mistakes, but I learned from them.
After Kenny got into some trouble at the beginning of this year, new head coach and former NFL player James Hodgins learned about Kenny's situation and wanted to help. After talking with his wife, Coach Hodgins decided to become Kenny's foster parent.
Off the field, let's go!
My wife and I discussed it, and we just kind of thought if there was a way to help that we probably should. I pushed Kenny a lot, and I want him to be great at what he decides to do in life. I want him to be great in academics and be a great person, and we're starting to see that.
Kenny loves his new home. If you ask Coach Hodgins and Mama H, they'll tell you he's spoiled.
My wife is affectionately nicknamed him Kenny Boo Boo, and that's because he requires so much time and energy. She'll laugh at that, but you know, he was a guy that had a lot going on in his life, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, and to be able to push through that and still be a good person.
After moving in with Coach, Kenny's grades are now all A's and B's. He's staying out of trouble and is becoming an influential leader on the gridiron.
It's more of a family-oriented place, and it keep me focused on everything I need to do and keep me out of the area where I don't need to be at. Because back then in my life, I wasn't being held accountable for anything, so it was easy to keep repeating the same mistakes.
Moving in with Coach has turned Kenny's life around. Before, Kenny's goal was just to graduate high school, but now the linebacker has loftier ambitions to play in college and earn a degree.
You know, he's part of our family now, and so, you know, wherever he goes, he's stuck with us. So unfortunately for him, you know, that's Coach Hodgins yelling at him and James Hodgins, the father, you know, being there for him. So hopefully that makes a difference in his life.
Kenny said he wouldn't be eligible to play his senior year if it wasn't for Coach Hodgins and his guidance. Grateful is an understatement.
It mean a lot. It's a good relationship. He just showed me how to be a great man and somebody to look up to as a great father figure in my life. We might argue sometime on the field about plays and stuff, what I did wrong, but it's all love.
A football player with a tough past, an optimistic future, and a place to call home.
Kenny's sisters live in the East Bay, so he does get to visit them. A lot of colleges are showing interest in him, and he's got a great support system.
Yeah, it's awesome. He has a mentor and a coach who also played in the NFL.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
Very fun. Wellstrong has teamed up with the 49ers with physical therapy and sports rehabilitation centers throughout the Bay Area.
Each week, Wellstrong brings us concussion prevention tips from their team of outstanding doctors. Here's Dr. Anthony Saglambeni with this week's tip.
Concussion is best treated with rest, perhaps 1 or 2 days at most. Protection from further trauma to the brain is the next phase of concussion treatment, which is paired with controlled return to activity. Rest is no longer a long-term treatment for concussion. Safe exercise and activity are the keys to the best recovery and should be prescribed by an experienced concussion practitioner. Feel free to contact us with any questions.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Ignacio Valley meets Northgate.
And back to the hardwood for Sacred Heart Prep and Harker next.
Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
Tri-Counties Bank presents a unique brand of service with solutions, a welcoming and listening style of banking with solutions that help improve your financial well-being. With easy access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, advanced mobile banking, banker support by phone 7 days a week, and an extensive community-based branch network, you're never far from a friendly face. It's easy to switch to better banking. Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked her doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with Smart Track technology. Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces. So I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles. That's why Invisalign aligners have transformed millions of smiles.
Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai. Drive a little, save a lot. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with action from the Diablo Valley League. 4 teams are within 1 game of first place in league coming into Friday night's games.
That's right, College Park and Northgate each with 3 wins in league and looking for a league title. The 2 teams meeting in our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Our McKenna Guerrero was there.
Ignacio Valley Warriors feeling fired up for their matchup against the Northgate Broncos. Broncos go on to strike first. Jackson Malikoff keeps the power read and powers through the pile. Northgate up 6-0 and 9 minutes left in the first. Now Ignacio Valley looking to rally back. Julian Buelna takes the low snap and rifles it to his speedy receiver Arianta Mountain, and he takes off for the quick 25-yard gain for the first down with 6 minutes remaining in the first. Now moments later, Julian pumps to his left. He doesn't like what he sees, scrambles around a few defenders, leaps and launches it deep and somehow gets to the hands of Alan Lloyd with the bobbling one-handed catch. What a play for both these guys. After an unsuccessful Ignacio drive, the Mustangs in the driver's seat from here on out. Jackson gives it to Max Berryman and he is showing off the wheels. Takes it 59 yards, just shy of the goal line, 4 minutes left in the half. Next play, Max finishes what he started and muscles it into the end zone. Broncos up 18-0. Into the second half, Malikoff drops back, absolutely rockets this one to Eric Prow. Now Prow stretches the ball across the goal line. Northgate up 32-0. Next Northgate drive, Malikoff hands off to Jonathan Campbell, and Campbell comes pile driving into the end zone to seal it. The Northgate Broncos defeat Ignacio Valley 47-0 to go on to shut out 3 teams in a row. Now he caught up with them after the shutout. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm here with your Game of the Week winners, the Northgate Broncos. How y'all feeling tonight? We got to give it up to our MVP. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns tonight. You guys know him as your QB1. Now, Jackson, it was all gas, no brakes tonight. No one could stop you. Can you walk us through that fake to end the half?
Just our O-line has been blocking great all game, and I knew it was going to open up, so just pound through.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Max, you were running over everyone tonight, too, but it had been 2 years since you guys faced these guys. What was your guys' mindset coming into the game tonight?
Well, I went to elementary school with a couple of the guys, so I knew we had to win. I just wanted to come out hard and just make sure they knew they didn't have a chance.
Well, congratulations. Now, Nathan, after last season, you talked about setting the bar with work ethic and the overall love for the game. Do you think that's what's made this team so effective this season?
Yeah, we can all tell how much of our work pays off, and tonight was a great team effort. Everyone contributed, so.
Now, 3rd shutout of the season, boys. What can we expect? What can we expect from this team going forward?
Well, we're in playoff mode right now. It's win or go home, so we're just going to bring 100% effort throughout the whole team and hopefully get those dubs.
Well, you heard it here first. This has been your Game of the Week winners. Take it away, guys.
Harker and Sacred Heart Prep meeting Tuesday in a battle for second place. Tara Odesmere bumps to Emily Chang, who sets for Lauren Beatty. for the hard kill. But SHP on the attack. Evelyn Sutton to Millie Muir to the hard-hitting Elena Radiff, and the Gators would take a 6-point lead. But Harker erases that deficit. Chang on over to Anya Gert, placing it in the back corner, and Harker takes the first set 25-19. In the second, Chang with the fantastic dig, keeps it in the air. Ball on the Gators side, goes for the kill. Dylan Williams stuffs it. Great plays from Chang and Williams as Harker takes set 2. Up 2-0. Emma Dion's dig is perfect. All Chang has to do is set it for Beatty, and Lauren does the rest. But the Gators keeping it tight, 22-19. Leia Bonifacio to Muir to Radiff for her 13th kill of the match, but here are the Eagles with match point. Ashley Jasbeck puts it away as the Eagles soar to a 3-set win over Sacred Heart Prep to improve to 7-2 in league play, second place behind undefeated Notre Dame Belmont.
Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Lydia Manu from Aragon Volleyball. Lydia volunteers her time serving the homeless both at a shelter in Redwood City and in the streets of San Francisco. Lydia helps provide breakfast, pass out bag lunches, and just connect with the homeless. Lydia explains why volunteering is so important to her.
Volunteering is so important because it not only reminds me to serve others and people bigger than myself, but it also teaches me that these people are so thankful for just a meal or a hug or a smile, and just all those little things we shouldn't be taking for granted.
Coming up, we continue our series this season with Valley Christian Football as the Warriors connect with some elementary school students.
And later, a huge game in the Bay Valley League as Liberty hosts Pittsburgh.
Back at Levi Stadium as we continue our exclusive series this season with Valley Christian Football.
Robert, the Warriors are 6-0 and looking very strong on the field. Off the field this week, the players spent time with some young fans.
The season with Valley Christian Football is brought to you by Mike LaBarbera of Terra Commercial Real Estate. There are just 4 games left in the regular season. The Warriors are sitting at 6-0, tied for first in the league standings. As the grind to 10-0 continues, the Warriors spend time off the field getting to know some of their youngest fans.
Today we're at Valley Elementary, playing with the kids.
So where'd you get your Crocs from?
My Crocs? I actually have 5 Crocs. I think it's cool for the younger kids to get to know the guys that are playing on Friday nights under the lights and stuff. I think it's really cool that Valley does that for us and for the kids too.
Hey, let's go! So we love when the big Warriors come down to our campus. They make such an impact with the little students. Our kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders just love when the big guys are here. There's an energy on campus, and they're just excited to learn from the big Warriors.
Are you guys having fun? Yeah! You having fun? Yeah! We've been playing constantly. Here, go. We've been playing constantly for about an hour. So we've been playing football, getting people piggyback rides, and talking to them more about football.
Someone keep making jokes, which was really funny, right? And also someone put a helmet on my head.
Who wants to race? I think what the kids enjoy most is just being with the big players. They like to wrestle, they like to be rough and tough.
I think the most important thing is just spending a little time off football and just focus on the kids. Because in football it's more just a game, it's more teaching more kids. And I think that's most important.
We're at home for the last time.
time until our last game. We want to make sure we leave this field tonight doing exactly what we want to do. Okay? We need everybody, all 11 on the field, at any given time to have an impact. Everybody understands that, right? Go. So let's go get this thing.
Game 7 against Reardon underway. Michael Carini powers in for the score, 6-0 Valley. Reardon driving later in the quarter. The ball carriers met at the line by Will Cuddy, Elijah Garcia, and Moon Ashby. 30 seconds left in the first. Chase Laubach driving down the sideline, picking up yards. Laubach, one of the most savage RBs I have seen. Finishing the drive in the second quarter, Corey Taylor surveying his options, and if you've been following the season, you know exactly who's on the other end of that pass. Freshman Jurion Dickey, TD reception number 4. 2 minutes later, it's Taylor to Isaiah McIlvain. Isaiah, the two-way go-to guy, takes it 43 yards to pay dirt. 20-0 Valley after the 2-point conversion.
You take 2 people out? Yeah. That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
Senior Dwyer Phillips comes flying in for his 3rd sack on the season, getting that Valley offense back on the field. Let me tell you, 2019 Corey Taylor is a whole different animal than 2018. TD reception number 10 goes to Kavir Baines. Corey had 12 all of last season.
What a night, okay.
The Crusaders putting together a nice drive. Quarterback Azan Ledbetter heaving it to Liam Morengi for the 25-yard pickup, and Reardon tacks on 6 with the Ledbetter George Leidenberger touchdown reception, 27-6 Valley. On the ensuing kickoff return, sophomore Jackson Berman making all the right moves. Jackson starting the season on JV gets his first touchdown of his varsity career. Sophomore Will Cuddy nails the 38-yard field goal, replacing the injured Lucas Ramirez, and Valley tacks on one more score. Junior Jake Ojegbu takes it 94 yards to the house for his first touchdown as Valley stays perfect. They say defense wins championships. Well, the Warrior D has given up just 20 points to league opponents.
Congratulations on another great win. I love the way you played hard.
They were just talented all around. They had athletes on the outside, size, they had it all. We came out and fought, but we need to be better. There's areas all around that we can fix. Our offense did great, our defense did great, but we can always be better. That's our goal.
Warrior. Right. I almost got it.
The Warriors have just 3 games left in the regular season. Bellarmine is next week, and then the Sarah Padres. The Padres are also undefeated.
Yeah, that is going to be a huge one.
Yes, it'll be fun.
What do you say we go back to the pool? Plain Valley Ugly Eagles taking on College Park, and it's the Falcons off to a fast start. Lily McDonald tossing inside to Carrick Osborne, streaking to the goal and firing it home 1-0 College Park. More Falcons in the first. This time it's Kelsey Myers, a quick backhander. More of the same in the first. It's Sammy Monroe with great position to allow her shot, and it's 3-0 Falcons. Now from way out, it's Monroe again, and Sammy gives the Falcons a 4-0 lead. And that was all the scoring for a long time. Molly Ostrowski solid in the net, and a nice save there. Fourth quarter, and the Ugly Eagles get on the board, scramble out front as Michaela Brown hustles to the ball. The keeper has to rush out to get it. Brown finds Camille Callahan for the Eagles' first goal of the game. 4-1 later in the fourth, Callahan to the wing for Grace Pugh, who cuts the lead to 4-2, and that was worth a smile from Grace. But the Falcons lock it up right here. Breaking free is Monroe with her 3rd goal of the game. As College Park wins it 5-2, the Falcons now 4-0 in league, all alone in first place.
Each week, Invisalign honors those who support high school athletic programs with the Bright Smile Award.
This week's Invisalign Bright Smile Award goes to Cheryl Yee Glass from San Ramon Valley. This is Cheryl's 38th year as marching band director at San Ramon Valley. With her hard work, dedication, and wonderful smile, Cheryl gets this week's Invisalign Bright Smile Award. You can buy the entire game videos from all of the games on the show tonight. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. We'll have all the football scores from all around the Bay Area on our Instagram Friday night before 11 p.m. Coming up, 2 of the Bay Area's very best going at it in Brentwood. It's Pittsburgh and Liberty.
And later, it's Blossom Valley rivals Oak Grove and Santa Teresa.
warrior. Visit us at vcs.net.
I'm gonna be a ballerina.
Good, better, Emma. Answer to new.
I'm gonna be president.
And the winner for president is Emma Williamson.
I'm gonna start a juice bar.
Emma, the numbers are looking really good. You're gonna start a juice bar.
At US Bank, we believe hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we're here to help.
Welcome to the Jeep Adventure Days sales event at South County of Gilroy. It's the Jeep Wrangler 4x4 Madness. Get dirty on the new 2018 Wranglers with $8,500 off MSRP. Off-road for less. What? The all-new 2020 Gladiators are here. You must see this award-winning beast. It's a Wrangler and a truck that can climb mountains and rip through snow and chase alligators and waves. That's right. South County of Gilroy, where the adventure begins. Drive a little, save a lot.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
Back at Levi Stadium with the undefeated Liberty Lions and their Oregon-bound quarterback Jay Butterfield in the game that just might decide the league title.
The Lions meeting the 6-1 Pittsburgh Pirates with their outstanding quarterback Jerry Johnson. The league lead on the line in our Diablo Motors NCS Monster game, and Robert was there.
Monster game, yeah.
A huge crowd here tonight for the Liberty Lions homecoming celebration. They even shut down the street in front of the school to allow the homecoming parade to go by before the game. Quite an extravaganza here tonight with all of these festivities going on. But of course the big deal here tonight is the game that's going on between the two first place teams, the Liberty Lions and Pittsburgh Pirates. The division title likely to be decided here tonight in the Diablo Motors NCS Monster game. First quarter Liberty driving, handed to Brendan Bell, galloping into the end zone, 7-0 Liberty Lions. Early second quarter now, Jerry Johnson back to throw for Pittsburgh. Over the middle, he hits Brian Andre Pierce, who makes the grab and gets some more. Then Johnson tosses it out to Johnny Blackman III, and JB3 is in, and we're tied at 7-all. Midway through the second now, handed to Brendan Bell around the corner and down to the 10-yard line. And then Johnson, who had a great game for the Pirates, with a perfect throw into the end zone, and there to haul it in is Andre Pierce as Pitt takes a 14-7 lead to the half. Opening kickoff second half. Look at this. It's Pitt kicker Lorenzo Anaya with a perfect onside kick, but the Lions hold and then come back as Jay Butterfield looking deep for Justin Jackson, who makes a terrific catch. And then later in the drive, handed to Darian Bartley, and Darian is in, and we are tied at 14-all. Now later in the third quarter, Oregon-bound Butterfield with another great throw, and again it's Jackson with the catch. That's justice as Liberty takes a 21-14 lead. But the Pirates come back in the fourth, handed to Avant Muldrow, and he's going to need a new t-shirt, but that's okay because that is a first down run. Johnson out with an ankle injury. It's Santino Chavez coming in and doing a great job hitting Andre Pierce for the game-tying score. It's 21-all. We go to overtime. In the OT, Chavez again hitting Andre Pierce, who is ruled down just short of the end zone. That leads to this Lorenzo Anaya 25-yard field goal, and Pitt leads by 3. Last chance now for the Lions, but the pass is deflected, and the Pittsburgh Pirates celebrate a hard-fought victory, handing the Lions their first loss of the season. Johnson with a sore ankle. After the game, he talked about the character of his team. 24-21, the final.
This character, it's a brotherhood. I mean, we have a strong bond that can't be broke. I really love these guys. We put a lot of work in throughout the week, and really love them.
Back to the court as Menlo Atherton takes on Hillsdale Thursday night. The Knights on the attack early. Victoria Vanos bumps it over to Mia Cha, who sets it right back to Vanos for the powerful kill, but the Bears would keep set one close. Emma Spent to Rachel Park to senior captain Natalie Grover, who smashes it to the hardwood. Hillsdale trying to regain control of the set, but check out the other senior captain, Merritt Hoyam, leaping high for the block, and they takes the first set 25-23. MA keeping the momentum in set 2. Grover over to Park, who sets up for UC Irvine-bound junior Emma Spent for the monster kill. The Fighting Knights battling back. Megan Lau to Chatu Audrey Gilbert, who crushes this one. But the Bears would take set 2. Spent bumps it over to Park, and she sets up nicely for Hoyam, who gets the point. MA wins a close set 26-24. Menlo Atherton looking to take the lead early in set 3. Spent to Mariah Grover to Natalie Grover. That one's not coming back. The Bears just firing on all cylinders now. Bella Shermis with the bump, Park the set, and Spent with the finish. The Menlo Atherton Bears win it in 3 straight sets to go to 11-1 in the Peninsula Bay League. Spent leading the charge with 11 kills. Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor St. Ignatius lineman Bo Gardner. He's great on the line and in the classroom with a 3.8 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates Abigail Joseph, Harker Middle School's Director of Learning, Innovation, and Design, for being named one of the first ever recipients of the Computer Science Teachers Association Equity Fellowship. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students and their teachers discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, it's Santa Teresa and Oak Grove meeting in a Blossom Valley League showdown.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for football.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By Invisalign, winning smiles start here. Learn more at Invisalign.com. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime broker with Sereno Group. And my husband, Charlie Wiedemeyer, and I are longtime supporters of high school sports.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Sereno Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
5 teams coming into this week within 1 game of first place in the Mount Hamilton Division.
2 of those teams, first place Oak Grove and second place Santa Teresa, meeting on Friday night.
The Oak Grove Eagles taking the field as they look to stay undefeated in the league against the Santa Teresa Saints. Eagles looking to strike first. Malik Sumler takes the handoff, burst by defenders, and brings it inside the 5. That's a 27-yard gain. And then it's quarterback Jesse Miller taking the QB sneak, muscling his way into the end zone. Oak Grove takes a 6-0 early lead. Second quarter, the Eagles strike again as Jose Abraham Gomez Cruz puts it through the uprights for a 32-yard field goal. Oak Grove up 9-0. The Eagles still scoring. Miller finding Isaiah Nakanishi for the 43-yard pass and reception as Isaiah is down at the 2. Oak Grove finishing the drive as Miller trots into the end zone, giving the Eagles a 16-0 lead at the half. Saints getting some momentum going in the third. Darren Martin takes the jet sweep and puts Santa Teresa on the board. The Saints get a field goal to pull within 7, but it's all Eagles from there. Check out the return from Edward Kofuma Henry, breaking a tackle, following his blockers, racing down the sideline, jumps past another defender and breaks free. It's 72 yards on the kickoff return. The Eagles win this one 23-9. Big games for both Sumler and Miller as the Eagles remain undefeated in the Mount Hamilton Division. The Sacred Heart Prep girls water polo team is in first place and playing very well.
The Gators meeting up with our Shanberries at the Rikus Center this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan here with the ladies of the Sacred Heart Girls Prep Water Polo Team! Guys are on fire right now, 15-2, first in league right now. How are you guys doing it?
So I guess in terms of league games so far, so we've won all of our league games so far. I guess our big thing this year has been to kind of like take it one game at a time and not overlook any opponent. For league, our goal this year has been to like try and kind of control the game, like no matter what.
Well, I definitely have faith you guys are going to beat them. Now let's talk about this game you guys won. Amazing team. I'm talking about San Ramon. We were actually there to witness it. Talk us through that game.
I mean, San Ramon Valley, they came out really strong in the first quarter, and I think we weren't really expecting that. So then beginning the second, we all hyped each other up, and we got really prepared to shut them down. So we held them scoreless for the second and third quarter. And then, I mean, they ended up scoring a few goals in the fourth, but luckily the work that we did in the second and the third really allowed us to get the W, and we were really lucky to win that game.
Absolutely. And here we love to end with tradition. So give us some of those Sacred Heart Girls water polo traditions.
Of course, one of our favorite traditions that we try to do before every game day is we like to kind of dress up or do some sort of theme. So today we have all of our shirts on, but usually we try to coordinate our outfits. And just yesterday for our game versus presentation, we got in touch with our feminine side and we all decided to wear dresses, but that's one of our favorite things to do as a team.
That is so fun. Well, keep up the amazing work, ladies. I can't wait to see how you guys end up at the end of the season. I'm Shan. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at ShanBerries, and give it up again for the ladies of the Sacred Heart Girls Prep Water Polo team.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the Pittsburgh Pirates, up by a field goal in overtime. The pass is deflected, and the Pittsburgh Pirates celebrate their win over Liberty. Those are some happy Pirates. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Regis Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Jack, and today's training tip is lateral lunges. Lauren is going to take a dumbbell, hold it in her hands, and take a step out with her left foot and kneel down. She's going to keep her knee over her heel while she does this and sink back into her hip. That is lateral lunge.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a whole bunch of stuff. A hat, a backpack, a very cool pair of headphones, and a ticket to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
Service by Medallion is hooking up our winners for sure. Our Wesley Boone counts down the contenders, and then he will announce the Play of the Week.
Let's get to it. Plays of the week. Ignacio Valley taking on Northgate. The Warriors' Julian Buelna rolling to his right. Looks like it could be a disaster. Instead, heaves it up for Alan Lloyd, tipping it to himself. Wow. Somehow comes down with it. Over to Minlow Atherton. Matt McLeod unloads one to the corner of the end zone. Enter Jalen Moss. Living up to that last name. Huge touchdown catch. Now it's Pitt taking on Liberty. This would be one of the most crucial plays of the game. Lorenzo Anaya recovers his own onside kick. Pitt would go on to win. And then our play of the week, second place in the East Bay Mountain League on the line. Mustangs won it. They're going for two and the win. Jacob Oliphant diving in. The gutsy call pays off. Stangs going wild. Let's see it again. Oliphant diving in. And that's good enough for your play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll share the story of one of the best tight ends in the country playing for the Kennedy Eagles. We'll see you then.